All right, UFC 203. Let's start with the Fight Pass prelims. Drew Dober, Jason Gonzalez, CB Dalloway, and Barroso, and Yancy Medeiros and Sean Spencer. That's your Fight Pass prelims.
Pick one of those and don't just give them to me all at once, because I can't remember every single name while I'm giving you the odds here. And I've got the odds in front of me, so say one fight.
One fight. If I had to pick one fight, I'd have to go with the main here, Yancy Medeiros and Sean Spencer.
Very close. Medeiros is minus 135. Spencer is plus 115. And I didn't mean I wouldn't give you the odds on all of them. I just meant one at a time.
Okay. CB Dalloway's got to be the favorite here.
Minus 170.
Against Francimir Barroso.
Yeah, Barroso is plus 150. So it's not a huge swing between the two.
Drew Dober, Jason Gonzalez. Dober's got to win this.
Yeah, but it's not a huge favorite for him either. Minus 160 to plus 140.
Do you see any of these fights, the three fights we just talked about, changing at the weigh-ins? These guys, I don't see any problems with these guys making weight.
No, I don't really think so. I don't remember any of these guys having huge problems making weight before. I could be wrong about that. Maybe CB Dalloway or Yancy Medeiros missed and I forgot, but it seems to me like these guys should be okay.
All right, prelims on Fox Sports 1 and TSN here in Canada. Ian McCall, Ray Borg.
Yeah, and this is probably the closest fight of the entire card, or if not, second to closest, because Uncle Creepy, our old friend from here on Glove Up or Shut Up, minus 125, Borg plus 105.
I like McCall, I like Borg. Borg, I think, is very underrated, and this is a good test for McCall after the long layoff.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason that this line is actually this close. I think it has to do with the fact that McCall has been out of action for a really long time. Otherwise, and I'm not disagreeing with you that Borg isn't a good fighter, because he ran off 3 quality wins in a row, Shane Howell, Chris Galaides, Gene Herrera, but after the loss to Justin Scoggins, I would think if McCall hadn't been out for that long, this line wouldn't be this close.
Yeah. It'll be a coin flip, and I'm interested to see who wins that one.
All right.
Kel Magalhaes.
I was just about to say you botched names, and I was going to take it for you, but you actually did okay.
Okay. Magalhaes against Tavares.
I would say Magalhaes, but yeah. Anyway.
Is that A with that funky, wavy
that's
accent?
usually Magalhaes. But anyway, you came close enough that I was going to just let it go. But anyway, another close line here. Minus 170 Tavares, plus 150 Magalhaes. These are close fights.
I'm leaning towards Tavares on this one.
Yeah, I suppose since the odds are, it seems reasonable to say that, but I want to look at their recent fights a little more closely before I say yes or no. Yeah. Now, Tavares has lost 3 out of his last 4, but as I always like to point out, quality matters. Yoel Romero, Tim Bosch, Robert Whittaker, he's fighting some really good guys, so it's not like he was losing to scrubs. And now if we look at Kyle Magalhaes, he was on a 4-fight win streak until he got choked out by Josh Salmon over a year ago at the American Top Team versus Black Zillions finale card in Vegas. So
was it that long ago?
Yeah, he's been off for a long time now. So I guess on that basis, I would kind of lean towards Tavares as the more active fighter, even though he's lost more recently. He's been losing to quality opponents, but at least he's been active.
Wow. Well, I'm going to stick with Tavares.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm picking Tavares, not Magalhaes.
All right. Nick Lentz, Michael McBride. McBride coming in off Bellator. Lentz, Dana White's favorite fighter.
Well, guess what? He'll be his favorite in the betting odds, too. Minus 425. I think that might actually be the biggest... Oh, no, it's not the biggest favorite of the whole card, but it's close.
That can't be. Yeah.
There's one bigger favorite. McBride, if you want to bet the dog, he's plus 320. Peter, are you betting the dog here?
No, I'm going with Lentz. I can't.
Yeah, Lentz is going to just make his life miserable. He's going to take him down and hump him and just ruin his life.
Oh, God. Sorry, that just reminded me of something. I was watching the CM Punk. I haven't watched the last video yet, the last Evolution of Punk. And I saw, it was either the first or the second one. And I started cursing at the screen because I saw Ben Askren rolling with CM Punk. And then at one part, at the end of the rolling around, one of the guys, I think it was Anthony Pettis, or one of the guys in the gym rolling around the Punk, turns around and basically fakes giving him a stunner. And the whole gym just erupts in laughter. But I was like, Ben Askren, God, what are you doing on this show? I know, it's just one of those things where I was like, I did not expect to see him in the Evolution of Punk series they were producing for this for the UFC 203 fight. All right, main event on prelims on Fox Sports 1 and TSN. We're looking at Jessica Evilai against Bet Correa.
Very, very close. We got a lot of really close fights. So even though Joe Silva is leaving UFC, he's obviously still putting his best foot forward with matchmaking before he leaves, because we got minus 140 for Evil Eye, plus 120 for Bache.
I'm going with Correa on this one.
I think she might be due. I actually like her as the dog in this fight too, and Evil Eye, as big of a fan of hers as I've been over the years, she kind of seems to be slumping.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Main card here on UFC 203, and this is in, I want to say Cleveland, correct?
Quicken Loans Arena, Cleveland, Ohio. That's how we started the show tonight.
Helm of the Cavaliers, and I'm forgetting the other sports team, but it's not coming to me right now.
Doesn't matter. Go on.
Jessica Andrade against Joanne Calderwood kicks off the main card, women's strawweight fight.
Yes, indeed. And it's minus 150 for Andrade, plus 130 for Calderwood.
Gotta go with the favorite on this one.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, the only fight that Calderwood has lost, official, not counting Ultimate Fighter here, but only official fight she's lost is Marina Moroz. And since then, I thought she looked pretty good with Courtney Casey and really good with Valerie Letourneau. So I think some people might have written off Calderwood too quickly. And this is a close line. This is not like saying that Andrade is just going to go out there and whoop ass. I mean, it's 150 to 130. This is not a huge margin. So I think Calderwood's got a good shot to be the dog in this fight and win it.
See, the thing is, I'm not sold on Calderwood. Yes, I saw her in Ottawa. Yes, she beat Letourneau in a very good fight, but I think, I don't know, if it wasn't for that kick right in the ribcage that really just messed Letourneau the rest of that fight, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Andrade, but if Calderwood wins here, I think she should go up in the rankings by at least 3 spots.
I'm sure she will.
Uriah Faber against Jimmy Rivera is 4th from the top.
Well, at least it's on pay-per-view for once and not a prelim main event as most Faber fights seem to be.
That's true. But Jimmy Rivera, is he the biggest underdog on this card?
No, actually, this is another super, super close line. You got minus 130 for Rivera and plus 110 for Faber. So he is...
Wait a minute. Faber's the underdog?
Yes, he is a very, very slight underdog. This could change by the time this fight is official. This line could flip.
Okay, besides the fights against Cruz, when was the last time Faber was an underdog?
It's probably been a while, but let's look at the fact...
It's been a minute, is what someone says, yeah.
Let's look at the fact that California Kid is 37 years old. He has lost 2 out of his last 3 fights. Now, given that was Dominic Cruz and Frankie Edgar, but at 37 and losing 2 out of his last 3, and Jimmy Rivera is a guy on the rise looking to make a name for himself. He's 19-1. I smell the possibility that Jimmy Rivera gets the biggest win of his career, and so do the odds makers.
Just offhand, do you know where Rivera trains out of right now?
I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe he's a Tiger Schulman guy out in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's East Coast, West Coast.
You got it.
Wow. That's a good gym, actually. Wow, I wasn't expecting that answer, to be honest.
Yeah. No, it's quality gym.
It's a very quality gym, yeah. I like that a lot, actually.
Well, speaking of quality gyms, we got to talk about CM Punk because he's a Team Rufus Sport guy.
Yep. CM Punk, Mickey Gall. If you haven't seen the evolution of Punk, what are you doing? Seriously, go out of your way, watch this. It's amazing.
I've got them all up on AngryMarks.com, so they're not hard to find, but if you won't do that and do us a solid, then you can still go and watch them on YouTube at UFC's official page.
You can watch it on your Xbox, your PlayStation, your laptop, your desktop, your tablet, whatever device you have.
Mobile phone, Kindle, etc. PlayStation 4, you can get it any way you want. But bottom line is,
telepathy yet, or?
No, we cannot project it into your head. There's no chip implanted into your brain that allows that. We are not in Doctor Who.
Had to get a Doctor Who reference in every show. You're hitting the objective right
only
now.
because you're talking about projecting internet directly into your brain. That's the only reason this even came up.
Oh dear. Okay, let's go back to CM Punk here.
Yes, Mickey Gall is a minus 440 favorite. Punk is plus 350. That is the longest line on this show.
Punk is the biggest underdog
of the show. Even McBride is plus 320, so Punk has him beat by 30.
Is it wrong for me to say what I'm about to say, CV? And that is, I actually have CM Punk winning this fight.
I want to believe that CM Punk can win as the underdog, but he started this vocation very late in life. He has had a whole lot of injuries from his pro wrestling career. He didn't exactly take to it like a fish in water when he started. He's sledding uphill, and it's a very icy hill, and I don't know if he can reach the summit.
The only thing I'm worried about, and I saw this on social media this past week, there are reports that Punk was weighing in earlier this week at 200 pounds.
Yeah, I saw those reports too, but you know how rumors are on Fight Week. I don't like to take anything as credible until guys actually step on that scale. I don't think Punk's gonna miss weight, but I also am not confident he's gonna win this fight.
I don't know, 200 and it's a 170 fight. I mean, worst case scenario, it's a catch weight.
Dude, you're assuming that's factual. I'm telling you, this is Fight Week rumors. Don't trust anything.
Oh, I'm saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not saying
trust half of what you hear and less of what you read. He'll make the weight.
First time fighter, let's split the difference. Say he's walking around at 185. He's got 15 pounds to lose.
He'll make it.
For his first ever fight, okay.
It's important enough to him, and he cares enough about it that he'll make the weight. I don't care that he'll win the fight. That's not what I'm arguing about here. I'm saying it means enough to Punk to prove he's a real professional fighter that he will make the weight like a real fighter would.
And if he misses weight, then Rumble Johnson can be like, hey, been there, bro.
I think he can make 170. I really don't have a problem with this.
All right. Fabricio Verdum against Travis Brown is your co-main.
No, wait. You're moving on a little too quickly here. Your official prediction is CM Punk, correct?
By stoppage.
I want to agree with you, but I have to go with Mickey Gall just based on his youth, athleticism, and experience compared to Punk. Even if it's only one fight, it was one impressive fight.
Well, we'll see what happens. We agree to disagree. Fabricio Verdum against Travis.
I don't think we disagree that much because we both agree that Punk winning would be a good thing. It would be good for him.
The only problem I can see with Punk winning is who do you put in front of him next.
Obviously, you find more guys who are 1-0 or 0-1 and keep building him up.
All right, Fabricio Verdum, Travis Brown, co-main event.
And it's
Verdum
a rematch.
Has to win this. He's got to win this.
Well, you would think based on their previous fight that he would.
What do the odds say, though?
The odds would say that Verdum is the minus 210 favorite. Brown is plus 175.
Do you think we see Rousey in his corner?
Why wouldn't we?
Well, a lot of rumors swirling around. Like she won't be fighting for a while.
What is it with you and the rumors tonight? What the hell?
I'm tired of seeing Rousey on the sidelines. I want to see Rousey back in the octagon.
That's fine, but this is not glove up or rumor up. This is glove up or shut up.
I know. I like Rousey as a fighter, and it's been a minute. It's been a while.
if you're really that concerned about how long it is till we see Ronda Rousey back, just go to her Instagram.
Yeah.
She's looking pretty fit. I don't think you have to worry.
The rumors will never die. I keep seeing reports of the fight you say will never happen, and then Tate's got her 2 cents in. I'm like, oh, geez, here we go again. It's like a tornado. It just keeps rolling round and round and around we go.
Peter, I don't want to linger on this whole rumor thing. I'm just going to say one thing, and this is all I'm going to say about it. They haven't announced a card for UFC 205 yet.
You think New York?
They haven't announced a card for UFC 205 yet.
Wow. Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about it. That's literally all I'm going to say.
All right. Verdum and Brown, who you got?
Yeah, I got Verdum because he got the better of him in 5 rounds, and this isn't even a 5-round fight. So I have no reason to believe Verdum can't do it a second time.
And Brown losing here, it's like, oh no, I can't beat Verdum. Yeah, how many people can say they have? One guy right now, and he's fighting for the title. He's defending the title.
Exactly. And let's just say that Brown was pretty lucky he went the full distance with him the last time. I think Verdum is an even better fighter now than he was then.
All right, well, let's go to the main event. Miocic, Overeem. Alistair Overeem. Let's just let this sink in for a minute here. Alistair Overeem, Mr. Horsemeat himself, has a chance to be, very exclusive company holding multiple heavyweight championships in, Japan, North America. Like, he's going to be a very exclusive club if he wins this fight.
Odds makers do give him a decent chance of that. Plus 120 to minus 140 for Miocic. So he is a slight favorite.
Okay, so just to recap, if you were to put money on Uriah Faber, CM Punk, and Overeem, you're betting on 3 underdogs.
That is correct.
Just wow.
But some of these, the only one that's really a long line out of those 3 that you just named is CM Punk. So it's not like Overeem is a big dog here. It's plus 120. This is super close. And again, this line could change before this fight is official.
I'm going to go with the challenger on this one. I think we have a new champ.
In 2016, I should never bet on a champion to retain because almost none of them seem to be able to do so this year. So maybe Miocic is finally the one. Let's look at Alistair Overeem's track record. If he goes out there and just creams you and stays on you, he's gonna win big. That's how he's done it in almost all his fights that he's looked good in. Usually the longer he goes, the worse things get for him. And I think if Stipe Miocic is going to retain, he knows he has to tire him out. He has to make Overeem chase him around. He has to cover up when necessary, and he has to use those openings when they're there and just lay into him and wear him down. He doesn't have to knock him out with one shot. Not that Miocic couldn't do that. We know he's got that kind of power, because look what he did to Fabricio Verdum. I'm just saying, this is where Miocic has to fight the most intelligent, most strategic fight of his life. He can't expect it to end as fast as UFC 198 did. He has to be very careful, very strategic, and make Overeem work to his own disadvantage, because Overeem, if he gets overexcited and he goes out there and pours it on, he won't have anything left in the gas tank, and Miocic can pounce.
If you think Overeem hears that 10-second warning and pours it on, and there's seconds left in the end of a round, considering the stakes of this fight, it's a title fight, does the referee give that extra 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or does he just basically, I have to save the fighter here, I don't care about the stakes?
He can't worry about the stakes. The ref, that should never be in his mind. No referee should ever be thinking that way. You have to protect fighters' safety. You can't worry about whether there's 10 seconds left in the round, or 1 second left in the round, or 1 minute left in the round. All you have to see is that a fighter is not capable of defending himself or is unconscious. you end the fight. That's all the criteria you have to consider.